you hear about it?
Um, it's an extreme honor, honestly. To get the recognition. I was talking to the guys in there, and I was saying, it's not only just like the personal recognition that I appreciate. It's like the program, Bowling Green's program is getting recognition. With my name being out there, right beside it is Bowling Green State University. So it's an extreme honor for me and BG.
Is your head kind of spinning? I mean, it seems like every 2 or 3 days, Chris Jones, MAC Player of the Week, or Player of the Year. Chris Jones, third-team All-American. Chris Jones, first-team All-American.
It's a really cool feeling. Like it's nothing I can really complain about. Like all I can really think is just how much of an honor it is, really. Going in, having this as a goal of mine to be an All-American, and to finally achieve it. It's mind-blowing almost just to see it happen, because I know how difficult it is, especially coming from what people would quote-unquote call mid-major conference, and like to see my name up there with the guys from like Alabama, North Carolina, Georgia, all those big schools in the SEC. It's pretty cool.
And it's one thing to say that that's your goal.
Mm.
It's another to kind of make it happen. I mean, when you're doing all the things that you're trying to do to make that happen, I mean, what do you do to keep the doubts in your mind? Do doubts appear? I mean, can you kind of walk us through it?
Well, this was a goal of mine, but in order to achieve it, I knew I had to take care of other business, like certain goals for the team. We had a goal of being MAC champions, and I was going to do whatever I could to get us there, and unfortunately this year it didn't happen. But along with that, I was going to play my heart out in every game, play as hard as I can, do whatever I could to help the team out, and it's seen also by our defense. Our defense is number 1 in the MAC, and I think 7th in the nation, something like that. It's honestly like to see that, kind of progress, and I think people looking at that as well probably that gave me a lot of boost. I think boost towards getting this award. Also you as well, John.
Will you talk, if we can kind of, did you have anything else on that, Jack? Can you talk a little bit then about this bowl game? I mean, the excitement of getting the bid, and it's starting to become a real thing, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, freshman year going to that bowl game was an awesome experience, and it's something that I definitely wanted to relive. And for the 2 years after that, it didn't happen. It's a little bit of a heartbreaker, and then to finally have it this year, senior season, is awesome. Get to be with the team for one more game. We get to have a good time with each other, at least one last time. And coming up in a week now, or a little bit less than a week, we're starting practice for San Jose, so it'll be exciting, and finally get to prepare for the last college game.
Have you had the opportunity to go to Washington, D.C.? Have you ever been there?
No, this is my first time, actually.
So that has to be kind of exciting, too. I mean,
yeah.
you went to a bowl game as a freshman, and nothing derogatory to Boise, Idaho, but it was in Idaho. I mean, this is our nation's capital you're talking about. Does that make it a little more exciting?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like a lot of people when they were younger and were in elementary school, they took like class trips to Washington, D.C., and I never really had the pleasure of doing that. And to see the nation's capital and see where a lot of decisions and stuff for this nation is actually held is pretty cool.
Not to get all sentimental on you here, as I get sentimental on you. You talk a little bit about being with the team one last time and have a good one last time. I mean, is that kind of a bittersweet thinking that every sentence ends with one last time?
Yeah, Jordan Russo is probably the biggest guy with it, because he's one he always gets me going, just like looking at him when he's talking about, he'll get really sentimental on me, and I'll start to get sentimental, and it's just a big mess. But I think like I've played in almost every game actually in this, like since I've been here, and put so much work in every practice, and just to see this like almost come to an end, like it's almost like counting down, the amount of time and hours that I've put in, and I just love being here. All the guys and people that I met, and like relationships that I've built here is just all the memories that I'm gonna hold. There's a whole bunch of stuff that just, you know, almost real life starts after this. So I'm trying to hold on to this as much as possible, and we finally get this last game